I want to talk to you a little bit about losing a loved one in general, but especially near this holiday season, and how to find strength and comfort to get through that. Psalms 34:18 says, God is near to those of a broken heart. So you may feel like you're all alone. Maybe you're not even grieving a loss. Maybe you're just having a hard time. You may feel like you're all alone. You may feel like nobody hears your cries, and at night when you're all alone and you just feel so broken and you feel like God is so far. I'm going to speak from experience that He is still there. We are promised in His Word that He is near to those of a broken heart. Whether you're just having a hard time or whether you've lost a loved one, He's still right there. He's still offering His shoulder to cry on. You know, we hear all the time that everything happens for a reason. And we hear it so much, we just often overlook it and brush it away. But let me reassure you that that is very true. We don't see the full plan and the full picture for our life, but the awesome part is that our Creator does. He sees this thing that we call life, and He sees the end of it, and He sees the outcome of your life. And I firmly believe that we must endure certain trials and weather certain storms to become the full potential that God has created us to be. See, the Bible says that we are created, man is created in His image. You are created in the image of your Creator. But it's not just going to be flower petals and roses, and you're going to instantly be where He wants you to be. You see, it's a spiritual process of going through these things and enduring these things, learning from these things, that He kind of chisels us into who we're supposed to be. But the awesome part is He doesn't say do it on your own. He says through this process and through your everyday life, let me carry you and let me walk right beside you to make it a little bit easier on you. No one ever said life was easy, and whoever told you that was telling you a lie. But it is easier if you decide to walk with Jesus. And no matter what we fight, the awesome part is that God just holds us in His hand, and He promised that no one, no power, no form of man could pluck us from His shelter. And that's an awesome promise that we have. And if you don't have that promise, you can. But you've went many sleepless nights wondering why this has happened, and whether it happened a year ago or a day ago. God still hears you. But the Bible says that weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. So that though there's a season of sadness and distress that we grieve in, there has to come a time where we accept what's happened and we decide to be happy, because God's offered us an eternal promise that we can see this person again. There's a couple key components there, but He offers us this awesome promise that this life isn't goodbye. You know, we're just traveling through it. It's not even worth unpacking your bags and staying for. So, in the midst of all your sorrow, know that He is the one carrying you. And we have a reassuring promise. Do you remember when Jesus come to Peter and He had asked who everyone had been saying He was and who they thought He was, and then He got personal and He said, "Who am I to you, Peter?" And Peter said, "Well, you are the Christ. You are the Son of God. You're the Son of Man." And He said, "That's right, Peter." And He said, "And upon this rock I will build my church, and hell's gates will not prevail." What did He mean when He said that? He said, since you have believed, upon this rock, the rock is our faith in God. He said, upon this rock I'm going to build my church, and hell's gates will not stand a chance against it, no matter what it does. He's saying the same thing to you tonight. He's getting on a personal level with you. He's asking who He is to you. And when you accept who He is to you, and you claim Him for who He is and the power He has, He promises that upon Him, He will build our lives. And if we just stay faithful to Him, hell's gates are not going to touch us. They're not going to prevail. You see, there's a symbolic meaning there that our faith is built in God. And we need to keep our faith in God for the rest of our lives, because it's the only hope we have to cling to. So maybe you're still struggling with something even through this video. I just pray that God would speak to you through me in it. But if you're still struggling and you still have questions, feel free to message me, and I would love to try to help you. This video that I made tonight was upon request, and for a short while I'll be taking requests. So if you have anything you want me to make a video on, feel free just to shoot me a message and ask me about it. So I'm going to be praying for you through your storm. God knows who you are, and He knows that you're in need of His touch. Know that He is there. Put your trust in Him and cling to Him tonight. He loves you and He cares for you. Have a good night and a happy Thanksgiving, everybody.